What's up, YouTube? So in this video, I'm going to be getting into the running backs and fullbacks for the Miami Dolphins going into this offseason. Now, the weird thing is that the running backs don't really show up on Spot Track when you look at the multi-year summary. And the reason for that is because we're technically in the 2023 year now, and we don't have a single running back signed for next year. Raheem Mostert, Jeff Wilson, Savon Ahmed, and Myles Gaskin were all on the last years of their contract. Jeff Wilson and Raheem Mostert were only one-year deals anyway. So, currently, we don't have a single running back going into next year, which isn't ideal, for sure. Raheem Mostert and Jeff Wilson both did pretty damn well for us. So I want to at least try to keep one of them. Raheem Mostert's 30 and has had injury problems in the past, so I don't know about signing. I mean, I'm down to keep both of them, depending on what kind of contract they're looking for. If we can get them for relatively cheap, I wouldn't mind at least keeping one, if not both, and then probably drafting a guy. But I want to at least keep one of them. Myles Gaskin and Savon Ahmed can probably go. I mean, if Ahmed also wants to stay for cheap, I don't hate that idea. I mean, he is only 24, so, I mean, there is that. So if we can get him for cheap for like 1 or 2 years, I'm okay with that. I just don't like the idea of going to the offseason without a single running back on the roster. Jeff Wilson is only 27, so getting him on a 1 or 2 year deal would also be pretty good, depending on the price tag. I don't really want him to be our number one guy. I want to draft a guy and have him kind of be a rotational piece. That would be ideal for me. So, yeah. That's kind of my thoughts as far as that goes. Alec Ingold, we still got for another year. He's been a pleasant surprise for sure. He performed very well for us blocking. And, you know, when we have thrown to him, it's tended to not be too terrible. His hands aren't great, but he gives you a little bit of value in that regard. So I'm happy with that. Probably end up re-signing him after 2023 if he stays healthy and everything like that. Not a whole lot to talk about here, but like I've said, I do think it is very important to at least sign one of these running backs. Raheem Mostert, like I said, he'll be 31 going into next season. So I'm not really trying to spend a whole lot of money on him. I mean, if he sees that and wants to re-sign for a year for cheap, I'm definitely down to keep him. He performed very well for us. But, again, I'm not trying to spend a bunch of money on any of the running backs we have. But I do want to at least try to keep one of them. Because I don't hate the idea of going after, you know, a running back in free agency and potentially drafting one if we have to. But I want to at least have one running back on the damn roster going into the offseason. That's my thoughts. But anyway, that's going to do it for this video. If you'd like to, I'd appreciate hitting that like button. Have any questions or comments in the comments down below. Subscribe if you haven't already, and I'll see you next time. Bye, guys.